While we were in Manhattan, we stopped by to see Victoria, who told us about a cow she met many years ago during her visit to a slaughterhouse in southern Missouri.
I meet a lot of people who say, well, I only eat humane meat. I only eat meat from small family farms. Well, these cows came from a small family farm. The farmer drove them in himself. You could tell that these cows knew people and trusted them. So the first couple just walked up the chute and on to death, but the third one was not having any of it. She saw her friends go first. She heard the screams and she smelled the smells that I'd been smelling all day. She was not about to walk up that ramp. So she just planted herself and stood there. And the man up at the top of the ramp, about time to go home, he was ready to go see his kids. He whistled to her. He whistled to her the way he'd whistle to his dog when he went home in 20 minutes. And this cow seemed to trust him. She kind of turned her head and looked at him, and it was as if she was deciding whether or not to override all her instincts, what she was hearing, what she was smelling, and instead do something that we pride ourselves as humans in being able to do: trust another person. So with this trust, misplaced as it turned out, she walked to the man who had whistled to her. He got her with the captive bolt pistol. She was hoisted up, her throat was slit, her beautiful skin was sliced off her and into a pile to go for shoes and boots and belts and handbags. And all of a sudden, she was no longer a being. She was in the process of becoming beef. Now, I knew that in a few days, her parts and pieces would wind up at a supermarket in St. Louis. They would be on a styrofoam tray and cellophane wrapping, and they would be purchased by good people. They'd be purchased by people who love their children and give to charity and go to church. Well, they didn't know her. I did, for just a few minutes at the very end of her life. But because I knew her, it's my obligation to share her story.